But I can't think of any other point in history when there were such glorious excuses for not doing the things you didn't want to do. You know, someone calls, hey, we're having a cookie making party for our 3-year-old. And you're like, sounds so fun, but we're just really locking it down right now. So we're not gonna be able to make it. And then your buddy calls with Celtics tickets and you're like, you gotta live your life, you know? These constant freaking updates of like, your sixth graders got a Spanish quiz on Tuesday. Cool, let her know. I'm not taking Spanish. That part of my life is done. Like, call me if there's a problem. I don't really want to know anymore. What's... We don't need to disagree about this. Now, people hear I have 4 daughters, and they always say things like, oh, I feel bad for you. Oh, man, I hope you got a dog. As though all dogs are male. Listen, if you know anything about me, you know I have an Instagram series called Casual Cat, because thank you both, I'm a cat guy. I'm a cat guy. We don't need to disagree about this. They don't ever let them make you think that you need to disagree about cats and dogs. I have a theory that dogs are for people who want love in their life. And cats are for people who need some level of emotional unavailability. You were 16 and I was all wired. You were Venus, de Milo inspired. And you convinced me that I was okay, and I convinced you that maybe you'd stay. And if I thought that you'd give up on me, I'd have never said hello. But girl, you gotta know, but girl, you gotta know, we grew up and you grew away, but I'd follow you till my dying day. And all the guys that would try for your hand, they couldn't steal you from this desperate man. And if I thought that you'd give up on me, I'd have never said hello. But girl, you gotta know, but girl, you gotta know, but girl, you gotta know. Yes you do, yes you do. Girl, you gotta know. And this face that you see, well, you know it ain't me. With this lack of resolve and of will, it's like a dog that won't learn visions you can't discern. But you know me and you like me still. Oh, somehow you like me still. And I've grown enough. I'm not better, but I won't give up. And you're still here like a flower in rain. You get knocked down and you rise up again. And if I thought that you give up on me, I'd have never ever said hello. But girl, you gotta know, but girl, you gotta know, but girl, you gotta know. Yes you do, yes you do. Girl, you gotta know, yeah. Oh, and I sing it from my soul. I'm singing. I'm singing, oh, Look, man, you don't not play in the NFL just because you're not going to be Tom Brady. You know, sometimes we think you got to be the best. But what other career does anybody go into where you're supposed to be the best? It's like, what if you're just pretty good, you know? Like, you do all right. And that's kind of where I'm at with my work and what led me to want to, you know, just, I stayed with it. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean the grind doesn't hurt. And I'm not, like, complaining to you because I know that you're in the same boat, most of you. And if you're not, screw you. These constant freaking updates of like, your sixth graders got a Spanish quiz on Tuesday. Cool, let her know. I'm not taking Spanish. That part of my life is done. Like, call me if there's a problem. I don't really want to know anymore. What's... Look, man, you don't not play in the NFL just because you're not going to be Tom Brady. You know, sometimes we think you got to be the best. But what other career does anybody go into where you're supposed to be the best? It's like, what if you're just pretty good, you know? Like, you do all right. And that's kind of where I'm at with my work and what led me to want to, you know, just, I stayed with it. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean the grind doesn't hurt. And I'm not, like, complaining to you because I know that you're in the same boat. Most of you, and if you're not, screw you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stephen Kellogg, and I'm here at an undisclosed location.
Well, we'll start with a man who we are always happy to welcome back on the mountainside. This is his 6th visit.
Really excited. Stephen Kellogg is with us.
Singer-songwriter Stephen Kellogg has shared a new single.
It goes.
Back in the day, he used to do 275 days a year on the road.
I'm at the Pace Studios with Stephen Kellogg.
I'd never heard your music before. I really loved it.
The thing is, I have been kicking around here for almost 20 years now, you know. I know what you're saying.
He does what he does best, which is mine his own life to come up with some truths. Paul Simon does it too. A lot of great writers do it, and I think he's right up there with them.
Sold out show tonight at Wolfcraft. Please welcome our friend, Mr. Stephen Kellogg.
Please welcome Mr. Stephen Kellogg.
My name is Stephen Kellogg, professional singer and songwriter. It's better to be at the bottom of a ladder you want to climb than the top of one you don't. I got that from The Office. There'll be objects in the mirror.
I think Stephen is brave, you know, so as an artist, he's an artist's artist.
As we look back
through the looking glass.
His music is pretty much the most honest music I've ever listened to in my life. It's like he's writing in his diary.
Gotta dance like a symphony of joy.
In his music, he exudes optimism, a belief in all our abilities to transcend and persevere.
I always say that he's one of the greatest lyricists of our time.
All the way from the East Coast, Mr. Stephen Kellogg.
I got all I ever wanted, but I still cannot believe how I love to take for granted all the love that comes to me, all the love. So I'm just there to say thank you so much for your service. They're away from their families for much more than we are as musicians. I've always kind of operated in different genres, so it gave me a chance to kind of indulge that.
After seeing that film about you, Last Man Standing, I have a new appreciation.
Do you remember who we were when all this began?
15 years. I do this because I don't feel that I have an option. And it's also how I feed my family, so.
For me, music just has to say something.
Gonna be the last man standing.
He has also written a book of corresponding essays about life, marriage, and music.
Writing the book is harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm about to start work on a new project. A series of essays that correspond to a new book. It's like I got 4 daughters. I want to see them grow up, and I want to dream new dreams.
Hello and welcome to my annual year in review show, my friends. I keep wondering if you're all gonna show up or not again, and I'm just glad you're here. So let's go on a little bit of a journey for the next little bit in the comfort of your own home. I don't know why you've been crying. No one here would be denying. There's been sadness, there's been pain. Things will never be the same. There's a choice you must be making, and it's simple if you try. You can learn to live with the pain you feel. You can learn to die. No matter what anyone says, there will come a day for joy. Fear will be a welcome friend, 'cause when you're fearless, it's the end. There's a choice you must be making, and it's simple if you try. You can learn to live with the fear you feel. You can learn to die. But hold on, hold on. When the hope feels like a fabric that is ugly, torn and frayed, hold on, hold on. 'Cause the healing's in the mending, and you wish that you had stayed.
There's a choice you must be making. You must make it every day. You can learn to face the mistakes you've made, or you can look the other way. Learn to die with the things you did. You can learn to live. You can learn to live. You can learn to live. Thank you. One of the shows that I played in my career that got me into this whole big year of old friends shows was I opened a couple shows for Chris Christopherson. And in doing that, I noticed that he would end songs like I just did. And he would just say thank you to the audience and end them abruptly like that. Not wait to see if they liked it or not, because that's how much of a badass he was. So I have Chris Christopherson to thank for that song, Learn to Live. And that is the message. 2025, another easy year. And we are here to take stock of the wins, the things that we struggled with, the hope we feel as we march into a new year. And I am so looking forward to the new year, as I always do. I like to know that I made it, and you made it too. So the tradition that we started back in 2020 when we started doing these virtual shows is we take a roll call so that you will forever have your name in attendance of this show. Now, if you needed to pee and didn't get a chance before you tuned in tonight, the roll call may be your spot because we've got quite a few people tuned in tonight, and I thank you for that. I like to look into these camera lenses and thank for coming to my concert tonight, Charles Nally, Michael Yakovich, Catherine Van Eddy, Ben Stupar, Barbara Lindsay, Anthony Mastrude, Margaret Kridjur, also known as Maggie, Carlos Newman, Tom and Mary Gilding from Wisconsin, Aaron Applin, Michael McCarran, Beth Spicer, Cecily Eloise, and August Stepney winning the name game, Emily Morris, Andrea Hartman, Hannah Payanek, Jessica Reed, Lars Hansen, Carly Kish, Bob Brenner, Holly Hoff, Clayton Ames, Nick Orr, Denise Perkins, David Hilton, Terry Lowenthal, Alyssa Love, the Paulsons, the Gardners, Joseph and Barbara out in San Diego, Katie Roberts, who provided us with so many beautiful pictures this year, Ann Smith, Mallory Seaman, Chris Howman, Megan Watt, Julie Fancy, the McKenna family, Jordan, Jonathan, and Atlas, and all the Greenbergs. My father and stepmom Care, thank you for tuning in. Ben, just Ben on the roll call. Thank you for tuning in. And this goes without saying, every name I name, if you are with people you love, I'm also extremely pleased that you're here. We've got Natalia Cruz Textera, Ed Caffrey and Michelle Kellogg, Luke and Dre Meek, Joseph and Sarah Guestina, Gregory Norman, Jill Finnegan, Dorothy Meyer, Sarah Crum, Michelle Perkle, David Bishop, Jonathan Brower, Shannon Watts, Jamie Weber, Corey Cooper, Eric Ruderman, Jenny Wells Hosley, Jay Sanford, Curtis Egner, Nicole Newbaker, Andrea Bobb, Valerie Smith, John Furlong, Max Buckby Selleck, Michelle Languedoc, Lissy Bauer, Tracy Pirelli, Elizabeth Rogers, Jenna Lisanti, Mallory Openchowski, Kimberly Reed, Joshua Himmelbach, and Maria Baxi, Caitlin Hoyt, Deborah Armstrong, Jennifer Baxter, Cheryl and Katie Armstrong, Ruth Sutter, Tim Kellogg, a potential relative who I don't know, it's possible,
Tanya Fairchild, Michelle O'Hara, brothers Sean and Ricky, and of course, Vivi, Jenny, and Sylvie, my nieces, home with the flu, but you got Uncle Skeezy, I think my nickname settled on. I feel weird about that. I'm not sure that's the best nickname, but Skeezy is what sticks, then so be it. Who am I to control nicknames? Jessica Petrone, Sylvia Higgleman, Nick Sinich, Nancy Templeton, Leanne Kruger, Steve Isherwood, who helped us out a lot, all my friends over at Marionette Management, who've been managing my career for the last decade plus, Marie Schatzwanaman, John Mohan, the Skaggs family, Gwendolyn Knight, Alexandra Hessler, John Edel, Julianne Bryson, Adam Steinfeld, my sister Amy, and all my beautiful nieces and nephews, Liv, Julia, Will, Chris, and Abby, the Kellogg Henrys. Where was I? Amanda Schlossberg, Marissa Whipple, David Miller, David Lamb, Paul Fritchie, James Mershon, the Kepnicks, Paola and Stephen Rosato over in Scotland, my oldest best friend, Jay Miola. Love you, buddy. I love all of you. I don't want anybody to feel left out. These are just things that I'm saying to love you. Okay. Susan Hickenbottom, Lou Summer, Adama, Sean Grossman, Candace Murhowen, Deborah Linder, the Wileys, the Paulsons again, Zerlinda, Jesse, John Edel again, Amanda Apperson, Patrick Wiley, Ronnie Stetcher. We sold some tickets between like an hour ago and now, I guess, last minute buying. That's the most middle-aged thing ever, other than the perfect concert being right in your living room. James Beach, Andrew Fernell, Carly Frederick, Nick Brunk, Andrea Moore, Rachel Greer, Amanda Monroe, Michelle and Andrew Monteleone, Patty Barris, Catherine Gibson, Courtney Rogers, Sarah Glazeski, and Nick, Carol Jean Frawley, CJ, who taught me chorus when I was in junior high and encouraged me to get into the arts, Brother Scott, Ronnie, Jacob, and Evan, and Rudy, who was neutered today. Poor Rudy. But also, it's for the best. The McHughes, who also encouraged me to get into music. Dick and Sue Murphy, and a couple of late-minute ads over the wire. The Glyns, Shawnee, Betsy, Connor, and Ryan. And last, but certainly not least, a man named Frank Filtou. You guys, that's all the time we have today, but thank you for tuning in to the Year in Review. I love you. You are my people. You are my favorite place. So you got to sing with me. Just because it's virtual doesn't mean we don't sing. Well, I gotta get back to the city where the sound is the subway at night. The people I meet on the crowded streets, it helps me to feel more alive. And I have gotta get back to the country where the sound is the song of the spring. The kids in the town, they're running around, it helps me to feel like I'm free. This is my favorite place, and my worry slips away. I could stay here for days and days and days and days and days. This is my favorite place, my worry slips away. Well, it's time I was getting back home, where the sound is the song in my heart. All the places I go, I always know home is wherever you are. And this is my favorite place, my worry slips away. I
could stay here for days and days and days and days and days. This is my favorite place, and my worry slips away. I could stay here for days and days and days and days, days and days and days and days and days. All the places I go, I always know home is wherever you are. Home is wherever you are. Home looks like your place tonight. This is my favorite place, yeah, and my worry slips away. I could stay here for days and days and days and days and days. This is my favorite place, yeah, and it's written on my face. I could stay here for days and days and days and days, days and days and days and days and days. This is my favorite place, yeah. This is my favorite place. Love, 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 love. This is my favorite place. You and I swear with you it's mine. Oh, this is my favorite place. Yeah, in your arms it's mine. Up here is mine. Oh, this is my favorite place. Honey, you're mine. Oh, baby, you're mine. Yeah, you are my favorite place. Thank you. Thank you very much, folks. I can hear you at home. I can hear you at home. Okay. Now, some of the things that happened this year, not globally speaking, but personally speaking, I put out a new record. It's called To You, Old Friend. It is an album of songs about friendship as seen from many different angles. And I'm going to sing you one of those songs right now and wish you so much good luck with your friends. You know, I sort of, when I was young, I just had a few key friends. And then you get into your 20s and 30s and you start amassing friends and you think, this is how it's gonna go. We're just gonna make more and more friends. And then sometimes you arrive at middle age and they start dropping off again for whatever reason. And I think I wrote this song and this record because I, at first, was a little bit embarrassed by that. You know, nobody wants to lose a friend. What's wrong with me? And then I realized it's kind of awesome because you can repurpose your energy towards the people in your life who want to be there still, you know? And that's a beautiful thing. So this song's called Old Friend. Meet me in the parking lot behind the pizza place. Get someone's brother to buy some beer. We could find a beat up Ford with Massachusetts plates and dream about getting out of here. Used to have so much to say, but it just ain't that way these days. Old friend, if we met now, we'd be strangers. Back then, could've read your mind like the paper, but we don't ever really know when they'll come or why they go. Life takes us down different roads till we change or try to stay. Old friends, now catch me up, what's been going on? Remind me, what's your daughter's name? I heard you and Katie had a wedding out on the lawn. It's okay, I couldn't have made it anyway. Old friend, if we met now, we'd be strangers. Back then, you could have read my mind like the paper, but we don't ever really know when they'll come or why they go. Life takes us down different roads till we change or try to stay. Old friends, now we weren't family, but we thought we were. Give it time and distance and careless words. I didn't live up to the expectations that you have from me. Maybe these days all I can ever be is an old friend. If we met now, we'd be strangers. Back then, we had something to say, but we don't ever really know when they'll come or why they go. Life takes us down different roads till we change or stay the same. Old friends, old friends, old friends, old friends. Thank you very much, everybody out there. I did over 100 shows this year, which is nothing compared to what we did in our 20s, but it felt like a lot. And we kicked off the year in the UK and went right from there. Just kept traveling and traveling and traveling. We hit every corner of the United States, a whole bunch of the UK, and we hit it hard. And I realized something about myself, which is that I will forever be an adventurer and a traveler, because as crazy as it was, I love being able to stand here at the end of the year and say that when my agents quit over a tour because it was too exhausting for them to figure out, I went and hit every single city. So I want to say personally to every single one of you who bought a ticket and came to my concerts this year and showed up, or maybe drove because I wasn't in Minneapolis, but maybe I was in St. Paul, and you just said, we're grown-ups and we're gonna drive out. You have no idea what a big difference that made in my year. Seeing your faces, that is my currency. Going to a place and being with real people, incredible. And so on that note, when I was choosing the songs I wanted to sing tonight that I thought kind of reflected the vibration of the year we just lived through and had, and for good and for bad. One of the songs that came to mind was a road song, and I would like to invite my daughters, Sophia and Adeline Kellogg, to the stage to sing this one with me. Hey guys, put your mic right there, and we'll turn your mic on. There we
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Say hello to the aliens in the box. So the tour that caused the agents to fold up shop and quit was one that I came up with. Admittedly, this is crazy, you know, but I thought if I'm doing an album about friendship, how incredible would it be to grab my dear friends over 25 years of playing music? And so I went on the road, and each night in each city, I would play with a different friend, and we would swap songs and stories. And I did this with Mark from OAR, and Drew and Ellie Holcomb, and I did it with Melissa Farrick, who gave me my first tour, Chris Barron from the Spin Doctors, so many wonderful artists. But I finished this tour last night in Maryland with two of the best friends I ever expect to have in this life. I did the last dates on the Old Friends tour with Soph and Addie, and I just adore you both. And so we sing this song for all you travelers out there. March up the side of any interstate or parkway, little vigils that mark up the landscape. White sticks where the flowers live, left with the hope of seeing him again, left with the hope of seeing her again. It's easy not to recognize that there are crosses in the road, secrets that were never told. Train so different but the same. They were just getting where they need to go. Decorations out a car window. Hold on to memories, look for a sign. They talk to gravestones that never seem to talk back. Never knowing what could have been. Left with the hope of seeing him again. Left with the hope of seeing her again. It's easy now to recognize that there were crosses in the road, secrets that were never told. The river and the train, so different but the same. Well, they were just getting where they need to go. Somewhere far from heaven only knows. All this time I'm still haunted by your face, and I think of you on your darkest night. I wish that I could save you from the wreckage of your last goodbye. When I'm lonely, I go and see you, and the crosses in the road, secrets that were never told. The river and the train, so different but the same. They were just getting where they need to go. And the crosses in the road, secrets that were never told. The people that we used to know, they were just getting where they need to go. Pay our respects to crosses in the road. Pay our respects to crosses in the road. Amazing. So the last few nights, Sophia actually introduced this song that we're about to do. So I feel like, I know it's a little strange to talk to a camera, you know, but I envision, and this ties into the last song. I always envision that the people I love are out there and they're hearing me, you know, and so I put Tom Petty on every guest list, every night since 2017, because I just want to invite him into the space, just in case. He didn't get to hear me in real, you know, in this physical life, but maybe he's coming out and going like, good shit, you know, I don't know. Man can hope. So with that in mind, do you want to introduce the next song that we're going to do?
Sure. So this is a song about daughters, and obviously we are the daughters of our dad here. But for us, when we're singing this song, for Adeline and I, yes, we're thinking of the daughters of the world, but also just all the young girls of the world. This is a message that we would want all of them to know, and that we think is really important.
This is a song for our daughters, 'cause there's some things that they need to hear. And we never know when it's our time to go. So let me be perfectly clear. You're gonna win. You're gonna lose. You're gonna walk yourself around in your shoes. Till maybe one day it's you who will say, don't be too hard on yourself. You don't have to be somebody else. On the days when you most wanna give up the ghost, don't be too hard. Don't be too hard on yourselves.
Girl, everyone wants to be beautiful. Everyone looks in the mirror, sees things they would change, and feels some sort of pain. I see your beauty so clear. It's in the way that you light up when you are doing the things that you love. Just how you are, that's the best part.
So don't be too hard on yourself. You don't have to be somebody else. On the days when you most wanna give up the ghost, don't be too hard. Don't be too hard on yourselves.
And if Venus should smile down upon you, and you're lucky enough to find love, give it all that you got, 'cause good love takes a lot. And pray that that love is enough. And if it's not, how it can hurt. It's so much less than you deserve. If you're there one day, you'll hear me say,
Don't be too hard on yourselves. You don't have to be somebody else. On the days when you most wanna give up the ghost, don't be too hard. Don't be too hard. So don't be too hard on yourselves. You don't have to be nobody else. On the days when you most wanna give up the ghost, don't be too hard. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is a song for your daughters. Don't be too hard. Don't be too hard on yourselves. That's Adeline Kellogg and Sophia Kellogg. Thank you guys. Thank
Happy
you
New
for-
Year, everybody.
Happy New
Thank
Year.
you.
I am gonna miss you too. And we were lucky enough to have their sisters, Greta and Noelle, helping us out with merch on this holiday run. So, amazing. Okay. One of the other things I did this year is I put out a stand-up special on, came out on Amazon a couple months ago now. It's called Maybe This Will Work. And true story, when we initially conceived of this, I said to Kirsten, my wife, I was like, I think I have my latest get-rich-quick scheme. So why don't we take some money and see if we can go film a special? And I didn't actually think that it would happen, but it's been a chance to just do storytelling. And that's really what it is. So if you haven't had a chance to see it, or if you've just kind of seen a couple reels and you go, you know, people are like, your special is so good. But I see the numbers of how many of you have actually watched it so far. So I know there's still some people who haven't had a chance to sit down. It's covering the topics you would expect. Marriage, raising kids, the dermatologist in my town, that kind of thing, you know, just the bare essentials. But what we're gonna do right now, before we go to the next part of the show, is my great friend Lee Totten, who's been running this stream for the last 5 years. Thank you, Lee, for everything you do. He's gonna share with you just a quick clip from the special so you can see what you think. And when he comes back, we got more music for you.
We need diversions from the stress, and sometimes drugs and alcohol help with that. I'm not a weed guy, but sometimes that's what we need. Some folks like exercise. I'm not one of them. I'm a 19-minute mile over here. I am not trying to build a temple. I am just trying to make a house that won't blow down in the wind. Actually, my favorite diversions would be in this section. This is kind of my happy place, right here. You folks, thank God you like concerts. You like coming out for the live arts. Thank you for doing that tonight. Thank you. I like concerts too. I went to see some concerts this summer. Went to see Bryan Adams. Oh, yes, he's so freaking good, man. He's awesome. I went with my friend Pat McGee, who has wound up in this set much more than it was ever intended for him to be. We brought our wives, and we dressed up like the cover of the Reckless album. We put on black leather jackets and white t-shirts, and we met at the hotel, and Pat comes out from behind a corner, and he's like, baby, you're all that I want. And then I come out from the other corner, and I'm like, and you're lying there in my arms. And the girls do what the girls do, and they get together and start talking to each other and completely ignoring us, and we're just singing in the lobby. So we go to the concert, we're having a great time. Bryan Adams is awesome. And one of the girls goes, well, he looks like he really takes care of himself. I guarantee you he wasn't tuning his own guitar up here. You know? Shit, man. Guy doesn't have as many jobs. So I look it up, and Bryan is born in 1960. So then he plays the summer of '69. I'm like, he's 9 years old, and like, no wonder Timmy quit. You know, he's like, we can't even play. We don't even know how to play. Screw this. And it begs the question: what was Jody even doing in the band? If she was of marrying age, why is she like, oh, I'm playing a band with a bunch of toddlers? This is Bryan Adams. This is a man who has sold out Madison Square Garden. He's got Grammys. He's probably had threesomes. This guy's life has been amazing. And the best days of his life were before double digits. Okay. Okay, if you say so.
The goal is when you tell jokes that you don't hear. I'll be here all week, guys. I'm doing this. This was a year for our team, and I'm sure for so many of you, high highs and low lows. So I'd like to have a little sing-along here, and I'm shouting this one out to Dale from our management office, who was diagnosed with cancer and is now cancer-free. Dale, that rules. We love you so much. This one's going out for you. The one making a decision always ends up second guessed by a person less decisive who believes that they know best. I wouldn't change a thing, I would make the call again. Shame on you, you could have been a friend. Now it's hard to hear the measure that was with me all the time, like it was in the beginning, but the past is hard to find. Do you think we'll ever feel the way we felt when we began? Do you think we'll ever feel that way again? Oh, those, here we go. High highs, yeah, and low lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Where did those good times go? It's highs and low lows. Oh, that time in Arizona when we laughed until we cried, and all the sleepers in the van, they one by one turned on the lights. Well, I never hear the Beach Boys without thinking about that song. What a miracle to feel like you belong. Those were high highs, yeah, low lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Both, I would suppose. It's highs and low lows. To those highs and low lows. Now when I received your letter, I hung my head and cried. I looked right into the mirror, and the mirror doesn't lie. I wrote 20 songs in Nashville, I wrote 20 in LA, 20 for those brothers that I lost along the way. But for every song I wrote, through every single note, I knew that I was writing songs just to give myself some hope. And I scattered tiny rocks all across these asphalt roads, and for some reason I just needed you to know about these. Here we go. High highs, yeah, low lows. There's only one way that the river flows. Was it comedy or tragedy? Where does that money go? It's highs and low lows. To those highs and low lows. If what they said about me, if I believed that it was true, I'd have thrown myself upon the mercy of the ocean blue. But most of that critique didn't sound too much like me. Sometimes wonder if it sounded more like you. Oh, those high highs, yeah,
the river flows? Or was it comedy or tragedy? Who really knows? It's highs and lows. I've had highs and lows. You've had highs and lows. To our highs and lows. Yeah. Thank y'all very much. The one thing that endures no matter how terrible things can feel on some days, personally or just on a big global scale, the one thing that always endures is love. And so it is time to do a love song because, let's face it, folks, it'd be great to have an act two to tonight. You know, this is a nice early show. You're already in your houses, so grab a lover or grab yourself. I don't do these as often as I used to. The banter, wait, there we go. All week, guys. This is an old love song. If you haven't heard, I'm going on tour with the band this winter as we count down to my 3,000th show. I'll be some of the Sixers there, some new faces as well, and we'll be counting down to my 3,000th show. So that's January and February, and we've learned a lot of the old songs, some of the new ones, and we're gonna just be doing a tour that kicks off in Pittsburgh on January 20th and ends in Northampton, Massachusetts, where it all began on February 28th, with a lot of stops throughout the Midwest and the Northeast and Colorado, because I thought, winter tour, what's a good place to drive in those months, those areas? But we will also be visiting Atlanta and North Carolina, a couple other places that are outside of those regions. So after which period I'll be off the road for a bit. So I hope I get to see you all, and I hope you all get lucky tonight. I wrote this song many, many moons ago so that I could get lucky, and she's just to my right in her pajamas. So, yeah. This is for all you folks in your PJs out there. Oh, honey, honey, have you done your good deed today? You open up my green heart with the things that you say. Your melody's strong, so your song never ends. The drama has changes, you're still my best friend. You're my diamond, you're my diamond, yeah, yeah. Well, darling, darling, life's short and it's hard and it's great. You make me see love where I'm inclined to hate. And your way with the boys, how you settle us down. You cut through the noise in my head, I've found. You're my diamond, you're my diamond. My sweet beauty diamond, miracle diamond, yeah, yeah. Lady, lady, come, come, keep it close to home. A saxophone and a slide trombone. I hope we die the same night when we're 99. I hope we go in our sleep as my diamond girl shines, singing diamond, you're my diamond. You're my sweet beauty diamond, miracle diamond. You're sweet honey diamond, miracle diamond, yeah, yeah, yeah. Lady, lady, hush, hush, the world can be sad. And if it starts to scare you,
Think of all we've had. The aisle we walked, it had no regrets. As long as you're with me, you know I'm all set, singing diamond. You're my diamond. You're my sweet beauty diamond. Miracle diamond. Diamond, baby, you are my diamond. You're my sweet beauty diamond. Miracle diamond. Sweet honey diamond. Miracle diamond. You're my miracle. You're my miracle, baby. It's like every night and day, all the things you ever say, yeah, you've always been a miracle to me. When I'm driving in my car, if I'm sleeping in my bed, trying to remember anything and everything you ever said, you've been a miracle to me. Singing la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, yeah. So you heard my line. I hope we die the same night when we're 99. Seems crazy. That's another 50 years. That would mean we aren't at middle age yet. It would mean we are 6 months away from middle age. That's a very romantic line. I hope we die the same night when we're 99. So my question for you folks who are tuned in is, why every wedding I go to do I have to listen to Ed Sheeran's song, I'll Love You Till You're 70? You understand that 70 isn't even the life expectancy of a human being. That's like, I'll love you, and then for the last 10 years of my life, I'll check out. We could divvy up our stuff, and that is why Diamond is a better wedding song, yeah. All right, my friends, I'm gonna do a few more songs for you. Before I do, I brought some merchandise with me to the show tonight, and I always say, like, I'm always like trying to be cool. Oh, it's not a hard sell. You know what? Tonight it is a hard sell. It is a hard sell. We set some goals for the Kellogg Family Store this month. We didn't quite get there. I would like to send us off in grand fashion. We have all this great stuff that we bought for Christmas. So, first thing to note, we are gonna match Jeff Bezos, and we have free shipping for the next 48 hours. What? How does he do it? Just two maverick entrepreneurs. The free shipping code is YIR25. You could not have written that in a less dark pen. YIR25, a free shipping code. We have new trucker hats. We've got a bunch of new t-shirts. We have a beautiful Old Friends tour poster, the book I wrote, Objects in the Mirror, Thoughts on a Perfect Life from an Imperfect Person. We have updated the Stephen Kellogg anthology to have all the records. It's now 320 pages. It has all these lyrics I spent years writing. We have our Black Waitress t-shirt that you can see there, which was, I'll be honest, a bit of a dud, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't selling it. And then Trey pointed out to me, he said, I think it's because the song's really sad, man. And to which I say, you know, don't let that stand in the way of high fashion, guys, especially not where the Kellogg Family Store is concerned. So Lee, I'm gonna play this song, but I'm actually, I think it's time for the costume change that we discussed. So take folks back to, actually, if you wouldn't mind, take them to the upcoming tour dates, and we'll see what old Rod Stewart Kellogg does. Don't go away, folks. About to come back. He's about to, no? Okay, there he is. Okay, here we go.
Lucky 11, baby. Start to finish. Okay. I'm going to sing you a song. I don't think I could sing, I don't think I could talk about 2025 without singing a song about narcissism. I don't think that's possible. If you know, you know. And so this one is going out to anybody who has ever been afflicted by the vicious and disgusting affliction that is narcissism. And if you are an empath in this world, I feel you. I feel you, baby. He was more vicious than the rest. Nobody ever passed his test. Though he'd present like he knew best, he was a textbook narcissist. The unsolicited advice, the treating everybody like he was a king and they were subjects of his court. The books he'd tell us all to read, the ones that justified his needs. And while he cheated on the queen, he lectured honesty to me. If goodbyes are just controlled burns, I can't help the way the world turns. And I'm sorry about your mom, and I know that you can sing, but you are not a king. And I won't kiss the ring, no, I won't kiss the ring, no. When I was kind, you called me weak. You told me that I shouldn't care, projecting all your shit on me as you fawned over your hair. It was a bloodless revolution, but it was violent just the same. You had charm and you had swagger, gaslit us all to watch the flames. If goodbyes are just controlled burns, I can't help the way the world turns. And I'm sorry about your mom, and I know that you can sing, but you are not a king. And I won't kiss the ring, no, I won't kiss the ring, no, I won't kiss the ring, no. It's not enough for you to win. You need everyone to lose. And you call everybody names, man, but I'm not scared of you. Oh, no, 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 we ain't. We say, we say, vote, 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 vote. We say, If goodbyes are just controlled burns, I can't help the way the world turns. And I'm sorry about your mom, and I know that you can sing, but you are not a king. And I will not kiss the ring, no, I won't kiss the ring, no, no, we won't kiss the ring. She was on fire and wild and American. She burns it out, probably just because she can. And if I had $1 for everything I should have said, I'd probably still be busted. I would throw it all away again, that's right. Lightning bugs light up all across the southern sky. Some guys get it all, they don't even need to try. I watched you roll away, you didn't even say goodbye. Now I hate the night I'm
Yes, and that's the reason why this is my life on the 4th of July. It isn't much, but at least it's mine. So I got in my van and I ended up in Boston. I thought about my friends and how easily I'd lost them. I'd do it all again. I leave everyone exhausted. Some folks get a break, me I still ain't caught one. Thought of you, nights when I would drink too much. If you thought about me too, you never ever tried to get in touch. I went back to school and ran to these guys and we started up a band, but we couldn't seem to get it through. We got some gigs, eventually we lost that too. You ever think that maybe if you're not happy it's because of you? And this is my life on the 4th of July. It isn't much, but at least it's mine. And I said, nah, 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 yeah. I got a job selling ads for magazines. At night I would play, and I'd think about her constantly. Everything I love somehow got away from me. Suicide, I used to talk about it openly. I finally quit, maybe I got fired, I don't know. Doesn't matter, just as long as it happened though. I added up the fears and the doubts I was living with. Songs that light a bug, school and work and all that shit, you know. And this is my life on the 4th of July. It isn't much, but at least it's mine. And I said, nah, nah, nah. Lost the girl sometime and a couple friends. Small talk and parties, I never could stomach it. And I'm old enough to say I remember when, but I don't have the time for the nostalgia or the criticisms. You live and learn. See, I'm learning to let go of parents and bosses and people who don't want us to grow. And I know that anything we want to, we could do. No one's gonna tell us who the hell we should sing to. This right here, it's our life on the 4th of July. Oh, and it ain't so much, yeah, but at least it's mine. I know what's mine. This is my life on the 4th of July. And it ain't so much, but at least it's mine. And I said, nah, 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 nah. To not believe it was a journey. Oh yeah, I got so much I'm learning. This crazy world just keeps turning, but my ambition is still burning, burning, burning me up, yeah. Okay, yeah, fine, you know, I'm in. I'll do one more. Yes, thank you all, guys. Peanuts are here too? Damn, what a spot. Oh, gosh, God, I did not see that coming. Oh, my goodness. You guys. It's been a great year. Thank you to everyone who came out. The Road to 3,000 tour kicks off in just a few weeks. As I mentioned, I'm hoping the Kellogg Family Store can have a good night because I bit the bullet and now all my children have phones. And even though you hear me railing against them every day and how they're sucking the humanity out of our life,
Now all the Kellogg's have them, and 3 of them have the Shopify app. So sometimes when they're concerned that we're not selling enough, they're like, Dad, is everything good with the business? But they do help us out. And for all of those of you who have shopped at our store, thank you so much for doing that. The free code is YIR25. And we will set some good intentions for 2026. One of the ones that I would like to set together with you builds on something we did this year. This year, we gave out thousands of postcards at the concerts over the years, over the shows. I would encourage everybody to go up to the merchandise and just take a postcard that I brought with me, because I have been sending them to my daughters for years with the hope that they'll understand an effort was being made while they were growing up, however clunky it all is. So I'm going to ask you a serious question right now. Who do you need to send a postcard to? Who do you need to send a postcard to in your life? Not a text, not an email. A postcard. Who do you need to reach out to? Now I want you to consider for a second, if I could hand you a postcard, I would. And we'll put them in with the orders as we have been doing. But I want you to use them, because the byproduct I was hoping for the Old Friends Tour is that people would start reaching out to people that needed to hear from them. That you'd wake up people in your house to say, I love you sometimes. That you'd reach out to that old friend and say, I've been thinking of you, or I'm sorry things went south. May you be generous in your forgiveness of others, and may you use the postcard to great effect. And just think of old SK for a minute when you do that. See you later, see you soon. Shot through with adrenaline to fire up my excited heart. Help me believe in myself. Get the start. 15 burning balls of fire. 10 days since we left. No one understands me like the whiskey on my breath. It's 10 minutes to showtime. Baby, stop your crying, 'cause everybody knows why. Well, there's just no time. And we say, see you later, see you soon. See you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. See you later, see you soon. See you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. You got a suicide club on a mission, 'cause they hate their jobs and other guys. Everything is tougher than it has to be. Another cliche from the wise. And somewhere east of that solo, and a little bit west of the bridge, there's a singular kind of moment. You're gonna remember it as long as you live. And sometimes when it's just before showtime, well, I swear I might end up crying, letting go of my fears and my landlords. It's the difference between living and dying. And we say, yeah, see you later, see you soon. See you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. See you later, see you soon. See you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. pirates, argumenty, and talk about starting up a band. But the older that we got, more that we forgot. Greed and treasure, they go hand in hand, and we sing, see you later, see you soon, see you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. That's it, sing with me. See you later, see you soon, see you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. Don't be afraid, just sing in your living room, come on. See you later, see you soon, see you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. Let's do a few more, come on. I'll see you later, see you soon, see you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon. No need to be perfect, nice and loud, folks. See you later, see you soon, see you later, alligator, and I will see you in the moon, and on and on and on. I'll see you later, see you soon, are the words I always say. See you later, see you soon, maybe on some sunny day. See you later, see you soon, see you later, see you soon. And little button, I'm trying to get home soon, trying to get home soon. I've been trying to get home soon. I'll see you in the moon. I'll see you in the moon. And I feel you when I sing this tune. What? One more? A double encore, but I mean, we haven't done that in years. What? 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 Listen, pal, you can head home. Okay. Oh, overruled, overruled. Folks, thank you. I would love to play one more song before we say goodbye. A second encore. That is very much what we're about to do on this rock and roll tour. We're heading out with all the guns a-blazing, and we kick off, we do Pittsburgh, Fairfield, Boston, Philly, Richmond, Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be out on the high seas of the Rock Boat. Then we pick back up with a 2-night stand in Boulder, Colorado, and then Denver, Colorado, Madison, Wisconsin, St. Paul, Minnesota. I don't want to hear from anybody in Minneapolis that they can't come to the show. Come on, guys. We'll do a night in Milwaukee, a 2-night jam in Evanston, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, and then we'll be on NPR's Mountain Stage in Huntington, West Virginia. And then the last week, the countdown to 3,000, Indianapolis, Indiana, Cleveland, Ohio, because Cleveland rocks, Washington, D.C., and then my 3,000th show will be in the greatest city on earth, New York City, and I will kick off my 3,001st show at the Northampton venue, the Iron Horse Music Hall, where I got my internship when I graduated from UMass, and it's been an incredible ride. I try not to get too hooked on just how things are supposed to be. It's not easy, but one of the things that I've really tried to impart to my children, for better or for worse, is that it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to take chances. And with that in mind,
I'd like to play you a brand new song. I have a, I just wrote it, and there's too many verses, and they're not necessarily in the right order. But I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about, I love to celebrate the past, but I'm always thinking about the things that we still can do while there's breath in our bodies. So my friends, before I say goodnight, I'm gonna try a brand new song out here and just soak it up, you know? Just take in something imperfect and going on, and we'll see if I can see it. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope I do see you in the new year, and have a great 2026, and take care of your hearts. This year I'm gonna make time for sleeping in late, sex and red wine. They told me last year everything would be fine, but it wasn't. Or maybe this year is the one I'll get sober and start to believe it's okay to get older. Though I'll never accept that there's nothing to fear. Bring on the new year. This year is gonna be great. I won't give in to division or hate. You can't catch a fish if it won't take the bait. This year is gonna be great. This year I'm gonna get free, not get caught up in what people say about me. Let them believe what they want to believe. This year I'm gonna get free. This year I'll have what it takes. I won't judge my friends by the money they make. I won't judge myself by all my bad mistakes. This year I'll have what it takes. This year I'll make myself clear. Try to make peace with the man in the mirror. Though I'll never accept that there's nothing to fear. Bring on the new year. This year I'll turn off my phone. Stop wasting time on people that I don't know. Take a long walk in the woods all alone. This year I'll turn off the phone. This year I'll walk through new doors. I used to think that I had to be sure, but I don't relate to that guy anymore. This year I'm walking through doors. This year I'll live the good life with my brothers and sisters, my kids and my wife, the ones who show up for me time after time. This year we'll live the good life. And though I'll never accept that there's nothing to fear, bring on the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe. Fill your hearts with love. Don't give in.
Well, friends, we did it. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you for tuning in, and I'd love it if you'd take the time to head on over to the Kellogg Family Store at StephenKellogg.com and pick up some merchandise. We have copies of my new book, a virtual tour t-shirt that we made just for these special events, songbooks, CDs, vinyl, and a whole lot more. We've got free shipping for people who came to the show.
And it's a really big deal when you take the time to go over there. I hope to be able to have that exchange with you, and we'll be packing all those packages with a lot of love. Thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. And I look so forward to seeing all of you out there again really soon.
As we look back through the looking glass, visions closer than they appear. There's so many things to be grateful for, my dear. All these objects in the mirror, objects in the mirror.